Before we go to Daniel, let's go to Ezekiel 21. Let's get an understanding of what he means when he said holy place. Ezekiel 21. This is something that got to happen, brothers and sisters. The Lord can't lie. This is how the world is going to end. That's why the fighting is always centered around Jerusalem. Because see, it's not man that's smart enough to keep it that way. It's Satan. He knows what's important to God. And he's always doing the opposite. Ezekiel 21 and verse 1. Go ahead.
And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face toward Jerusalem, and drop thy word toward the holy places, and prophesy against the land of Israel.
See, this is when the Lord was fed up with his people and getting ready to do some harm to the people and to his holy land back in these days. So he's prophesying against the land of Israel. He said, Son of man, set thy face toward Jerusalem and drop thy word toward the holy place. But he said toward the holy places, right?
That's right.
Didn't we just read the abomination and desolation stand in the holy place? See, it was different areas of multiple holy places. Matter of fact, you had the holy place and you also had the most holy place. See, he ain't going to let the man get in the most holy place. He just going to be in the vicinity. He ain't going to be in the most holy place. He ain't going to even really be in the particular holy place. He's going to be on the Temple Mount, which is holy in itself. He's going to be in the area. So that's why it say holy places plural here. Drop thy word toward the holy places and prophesy against the land of Israel. But where's the holy place at? We found out even a particular land and town, it's in Jerusalem, right? Set thy face toward Jerusalem and drop thy word toward the holy place. See, that's where the holy place is. That's where this abominable act is going to take place. But Jesus said, Daniel spoke about it, so it behooves us to read that. So let's go to Daniel, the 11th chapter. But see, this is going to be a worldwide thing once it takes place. It's going to have ramifications all over the world. And God letting it happen because Israel went contrary to God. So even though that's his holy place, he let other people run roughshod over it because he was mad with Israel. But eventually he's going to clean it all up because it is holy to him. Daniel, the 11th chapter, we're going to pick it up at verse 31. Daniel 11 and verse 31. So I know Devin did some couple of months ago about it, but we're going to get into a little more than just dealing with tribulation and all the drama. We want to focus on even what the escape that the Lord got. It's not a rapture, brothers and sisters. Daniel 11 and verse 31. Go ahead.
And arms shall stand on his part, and they shall pollute the sanctuary of strength, and shall take away the daily sacrifice, and they shall place the abomination that maketh desolate.
See, now it said arms going to stand on this man's part. Now I understand, because the Bible, you had some event that pre-shadowed what's going to happen in the end. And it was this guy, Antiochus Epiphanes, this Greek king, in 100-something BC. So that kind of pre-shadows what this guy is going to do in the end. But on the scale, it don't even come close to what the guy in the end going to do. He don't really do justice to what the guy in the end going to do, because the guy in the end, in Antiochus Epiphanes, he couldn't have destroyed all flesh. He couldn't have did nowhere close to the harm that this guy is going to do. He didn't do, and he couldn't have did, even if he wanted to. So, but it started off, that's how the Lord is. The Lord will start off one place and he'll take you all the way to the end. So it started off, this is really referring to starting off with Antiochus, how some of the stuff he did, and it just slide right into the guy. He let you know this type of behavior is going to continue and it's going to go on at the end. So it said, verse 31, and arms shall stand on his part. So notice the guy got to have armies behind him. And they shall pollute the sanctuary. See, that's the abomination of desolation. You see, Antiochus, like I said, he pre-shadowed because he did some of the same stuff. He stopped people from sacrificing in Jerusalem. He even offered swine, it said, on the altar. He even put a false god up in the temple area. See, he did some of the same stuff, but this guy going to be 10 times worse. But that's what it meant. He shall pollute the sanctuary of strength and shall take away the daily sacrifice. See, we getting more information from Daniel. Jesus didn't say nothing about a daily sacrifice, but that come with the abomination of desolation. That's coming with it. So if he going to take it away, we got to see it established, which is not going on right now. But we see it getting ready to happen. And they shall do what? Read 31 over again.
And all shall stand on his part, and they shall pollute the sanctuary of strength, and shall take away the daily sacrifice, and they shall place the abomination that maketh desolate.
See, the abomination that maketh desolate. Now, Antiochus did it. He put a false god up there. But now, this is much bigger than Antiochus. It don't stop with him. So, skip down. It's going to even tell you at verse 40 where we at now. See, the Lord started one place, and being that he see the whole scale, he can take you all the way to the end from one place. And that's what he's doing here. Verse 40.
And at the time of the end.
See, now we're at the time of the end, brothers and sisters. He done with Antiochus. Antiochus is small on this scale. He real small. He said at the time of the end. That's what we talking about. That's what Jesus was talking about, right? The disciples asked Jesus, what shall be the sign of your coming? That let us know it was strictly referring to his second coming. And they asked him, and the end of the world, which is synonymous with his second coming, the end of the world. That's what they asked him.